So what is cycling? It's interesting coming to a little event like this because we see lots of the kids come along, and some of them don't cycle that well, some of them cycle really well.
What does cycling mean to me? Okay, cycling to me is something that you do for fun, for fitness. It's a chance to get out with your family, friends. Great way to see, parts of the different parts of the country, and basically just get people riding. And just being out and having fun, really.
You see the enthusiasm that they have, the fact that they really enjoy it. So it's really good when you get some of them along who aren't that confident, and then you see them come on and they just learn about, the joy really that cycling gives them.
I can get to places easier than having to get in a car. It's a much easier way of transportation, and I come to college 3 days a week on my bike, and it's just so much easier.
The idea of the bicycle is said to date back to the late 1400s. Gian Caprotti, a pupil of Leonardo da Vinci's, idea was similar to today's bicycle, but it had no pedals. This meant that the people had to use their feet to push themselves. Several manufacturers were established around Europe and made their own dandy horses, which was the first two-wheeled human-propelled vehicle during their brief popularity in the summer of 1819. By the 1860s, the velocipede bicycle was created in France by attaching rotary cranks and pedals to the front wheel hub of a dandy horse, forming the bicycle that we know and use today. Hertford is a busy village and a main artery into the town of Northwich. Its old roads are frequently congested and poorly designed for cyclists. We asked what individuals thought the barriers to cycling are.
People are put off cycling, I believe, because on a day-to-day basis, because of infrastructure. More than anything, it comes down to safety. There was a report by British Cycling a couple of years ago that around about 60% of women don't cycle even though they would because they don't feel safe.
I think probably the main barriers to cycling are people's perceptions of safety, and what days like today achieve is to encourage people to see that actually cycling can be loads of fun. And then we also need to make sure that we're working closely with local councils to make those safer routes to schools and to people's places of work, so that people can travel with more confidence that they're able to get there.
It doesn't take that much money to make us as good as the Netherlands. But also there's a stigma of it being anarchy. You've got middle-aged men in lycra mammals, and then you've got people with bikes transporting things around. It's just not perceived as a cool thing. It genuinely isn't, and I didn't cycle throughout my teens for that reason.
So what has Sustrans achieved since it was founded?
So Sustrans was founded in 1977, and since then we're probably best known for the 14,000 miles of cycleway that we've created, which is known as National Cycle Network. We also help everybody really get more into cycling and active travel, so that's cycling or walking or possibly using public transport as well. We work with schools and we work with businesses to help people get more involved in those ways of travelling rather than using their car for short journeys.
So what does Sustrans hope to achieve in the future?
Well, I think Sustrans is going to get even more involved in doing more infrastructure projects, so more building of cycleways and more projects to get people cycling and walking to school, to their place of work.
Thank you very much.